Hello guys, it's Brian Parnell here. Hope you're doing well. I apologise for the video yesterday. The number of emails because I emailed that video out to you and that you couldn't hear it. I don't know what's going on with my audio, but it's I've not done anything different and it's working fine now. Yeah, strange, very strange, but that doesn't matter. Right, so the reason for my video yesterday was Eric launched Stealth AI Writer within OnPage, and a lot of people came back and were saying to me, the articles are too long. The articles are too long. I disagree that the articles are too long, because what Eric has designed is for the articles to pass helpful content, and you can even use it for pillar content. Okay, but you know, this isn't to be used straight out of the box, although I am doing testing straight out of the box. Eric's done some testing straight out of the box, and he showed in his replay video that he's got 2 pages ranking. One's on the bottom of page 1 and the other is on the top of page 3, I think it was, or top of page 2, one of those, without building any links to dead sites that he's not done anything to for probably since 2018 or something, because I remember this site from many years ago. So just taking a quick sip of water. I've got a dry throat. So the people who and I know, and they know what I'm like. I'm quite straight talking, so they're not going to be offended by this, because they know, and I've already said this to them. But you've got to think outside the box when it comes to SEO and using tools and all that kind of stuff. But this article, so this is the article I put in yesterday, asked it to create live in front of you on the video. It's come back at 3,256 words. Okay. It's a great article. Now, so I'm literally just going to read out this first bit, just to read it. I've not changed it in any way. It is literally how it comes. Are you looking to give your cooking space a modern upgrade? Creating a dream kitchen that cleverly combines form, function and style has never been easier when you choose Bespoke Kitchens Sussex. Well, I don't know about you, that's better than I can write. My poor little brain is thinking about 20 different things, whether that's creative and non-creative stuff, and I just can't do it. So, I'm in my 40s now, and I don't know, as you get older, I suppose you've got more to be thinking about, what you're doing for tea for the kids, and yada, yada, yada. Anyway, but the moral of this is, think outside the box, please. Don't come with negatives, right? This is great. What can you do with this? Split it into 3 articles if you want your articles to be 1,000 words. You've now just got 3 articles for the price of 1. Don't complain. That's my whole level of what I'm trying to say here. All right. So there was 2 things. Okay. So the first was the length's too long. Oh, Brian, the length's too long. Well, we've cured that. You've now got 3 for the price of 1. Sometimes it comes back with 4,000, so you get 4,000 for the price of 1 if you want 1,000 words. Remember, I know lots of you on my list are from the good old days of when we used to spam the internet with Xrummer and SE Nuke and loads of other tools. This we would have dreamt. We couldn't have dreamed of having something like this back then. Okay, and back then, when everybody got penalised, who did they turn to? It was Eric. All the big name SEOs turned to Eric for help on their penalised sites, whether that was Penguin, Panda, and all the other updates since. Okay, so Eric has first-hand knowledge of the helpful content update. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, he has helped, and as a probability perspective, he now knows what Google is looking for in terms of article length and what should be included, okay, for the helpful content update. He has got loads and loads of people out of the helpful content update. That's one of what he is really good at. And that's why these articles come back at 4,000 words, okay? And what's beautiful about this is it's got the H2, then it's got a H3 that makes sense to the H2. H2, H3 that makes sense. H2, 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 H3 that makes sense. All right? It's really, really good. Now, what else can you do with this now? So, first thing to do is let's check to make sure it passes the AI detection that Google has and uses. Because Eric uses the same. 99% real. So I'm happy with that. Anything over 90% is what I want. Okay. I know lots of people are saying, oh, anything over 50% is what you want. But for me, I'm a bit stricter. This is what I want. Next, let's send it to the editor. Let's select the keyword. I did this yesterday live in front of you. So what the tool also does, and this is really, really, really important, is it figures out the search intent of the searcher for that keyword. Okay, that's what Google is all about, is search intent. If you read all their patents and all that kind of stuff, that's the main thing, and nothing's different really, right? Like, when Google first came out, they wanted the searcher to find what they were looking for in one click. And it's exactly the same, but then they just call it search intent now, right? It's got to match the search intent, and that's what they've made their algorithm around. So this nearly is SEO optimized out of the box, all right? But when you've got this tool, you also have this. I'll show you all the other options that you get. It's basically, everybody uses Surfer SEO. To me, OnPage is better than Surfer. It comes back with words that Surfer does not come back with, that Google may be expecting, okay, to see. When I say maybe, sometimes there are some little weird words in here that pop out. I haven't got these are all right, so it's fine. But sometimes there is a weird word, and you can include it or not. It's totally up to you. When it's a weird word, I have not been including it personally. All right, so I haven't tested if it works with regards to the weird words. So these are the words that all the competition have got, and you haven't got. So that's something to be mindful of. This is the highly related words that Google is expecting to see. Then you've got your category words. Okay, so your categories are the Google categories and words that fit into that help you be even more in that category, if that is the main category that you need to be in. Okay, which I'm guessing it is, right? But I'll show you, I'll run this word in the actual tool in a minute, and then I'll explain that a little bit more, because somebody also came back and said, oh, well, such and such is the same price as, or is a little bit tiny, and I'm talking like, marginally cheaper, and only comes back with up to 1,000 word articles, doesn't come back with all this really well thought out SEO optimized headlines and stuff that's, but this isn't an AI generation tool. Okay, this is just one of the tools in the kit bag. All right, so you can get rid of Surfer, you can get rid of originality. The AI detection tool in here is better than originality. It uses what Google uses, so that's what you want to be using. So that's that bit. Somebody also said, I want to be able to add in my own keywords into one article. Well, the tool kind of does this for you, right? There are some missing, but look at how many greens there are in here. Yeah, it's actually doing really, really well. The quick SEO score is 100. The normal is also 100. So it's already scoring 100 on OnPage's AI scoring mode. Okay. Now it doesn't always come back at 100, and if I was you, I'd go in and I would strategically add these words in. Okay, so then it's even better. Then what do I use this content for? Now, if I open up my YouTube channel, let's see if I can find the non-detectable AI content. I don't know if that's what I put in or not. Here's my video. Let's pause it. It's so quiet. I have tested the audio before I started this. So this is what I use it for, right? So this is pillar helpful content, plagiarism free, okay? And then I would just double check it through Grammarly, and sorry, these bloody things here threw me. So I will use it for the money site, especially after I have added those keywords in and put it through Grammarly just for as a checker, right? But it takes the guy who does my writing for me. I say does my writing, does this kind of stuff. He'll probably do this in 10 minutes, okay? And I pay him $10 an hour, so it will get 5 done. A couple bucks extra. And it's still way cheaper than getting a pillar piece of content done for 3,000 words, right? Tier 1s. Now, I've got a YouTube video where I showed proof of going into my PBNs and updating all of the content on them with OnPage to make sure that they were getting 100% SEO rankings. When I say rankings, I'm talking in the tool, okay? So this tool here, the content was updated to make it up to 100. So my link was residing in really top-notch SEO content. And here's that video now, actually. Bloody hell. Right, open link in new tab. I'm going to put that in the description of this video. Do that now, right? So if you search for on-page AI ranking proof, hopefully this video will come up. Yeah, and I got ranking improvements. Now, you can even use this content for negotiating with potential guest post sites. Because now you're turning around and telling them, hey, we're not giving you some shitty 800-word article. We're giving you a well-researched, SEO optimized, 3,000 to 4,000 word article that is plagiarism free, grammar correct, and is top notch. Right? They don't need to know it was generated by AI because it'll pass the AI detection tool, right? So that's what I use it for. Also, I'm going to be adding the content into my YouTube video descriptions, okay, and all other socials. That I'm telling you now, that's going to give it a real big kick-ass, and it'll help your videos rank as well. And obviously, I don't know if this is something that you guys do, but I like to power up my guest posts and niche edits, but I'll tell you why not so much with niche edits, with PBNs, where my money keyword is the anchor text in the guest post. So if I've got a guest post where I've done a bit of just, click here and naked URL and all that kind of stuff, I don't send PBNs to that because it takes a long time to find the PBNs. But I will send it when this guest post links to my money site for Birmingham SEO, for argument's sake, or Sussex Bespoke Kitchens if that was one of my things. And the same goes for niche edits. It has to be a keyword link back to my money page. However, I don't do it with niche edits so much because if they've got, and I don't really want niche edits that have more than 5 outbound links on them, but if they do have more than 5 outbound links on them, because sometimes they do come back, you know, and it depends who I'm testing and that kind of stuff, then I'm spreading that PBN link juice through 5 other sites. So I'm watering down the power of that PBN for myself. So I don't do that if there's too many. So literally, if it's 1 or 2 outbound links other than mine, I will do it. All right. So hopefully that all makes sense. If not, please, you know, leave a comment in the down below, and I'll try and answer it or do a different video. So to the people who talking about you can't add your own keywords, well, it's already done most of it for you, and then you come in and these are the ones that you add in. All right. So if you've got other keywords that you want to add and they're not in here, don't fucking put them in. There's no need. Right, you're doing it for no reason. So that's that. And to the people who say, "Oh, it's too expensive for a AI generation tool," well, one, the content's brilliant. Right, this is 4 or 5 star content. So if I go to Text Broker, I'm gonna have to try and US version. I'm trying to do this super fast. .com. You're going to say that you don't have, I need a content, prices and services. So this isn't, you know, so I don't use the 3-star. Very rarely do I use the 3-star writers. Okay. I use the 4-star, but the 4-star people are now about 5-6 cents that I use because I suppose they're the good ones, so you end up paying more. And then the 5-star writers that I use, they're like 15 cents. All right, so you do the maths on that, right? 15 cents for 3,000 words, and let's just do a calculator. So 0.15 times 3,000, that's $450 for one article. Okay, one article. And I would say that these are pretty much, after you've done all this, they're even better, they're more valuable, because your writer won't go through and do an SEO optimized piece, including all the words, unless you build all that in and you do all that beforehand and you send them the money. But the more you ask them to do, the more it costs. Right, so that's all the stuff that you've also got to bear in mind. This tool is easily as good as the 4-star, and some people that have been using it have said that it's just as good as the 5-star that they get back, and they can go in and make the tweaks and make it even better. Every article that I get back, I always have to make the odd tweak to. I don't know if you're the same as me, but you read it and you're like, oh well, actually that doesn't sound right, blah blah blah. So yeah, so I always make the tweaks, and it's always quicker to make, if it's small tweaks, it's quicker to make the tweaks myself than send it back and say, oh, this is wrong, because by the time I've told them what's wrong, they I could have done it all myself. But when obviously if it's totally crap, then I just send it back to them. So this is not just an AI generation tool, okay? It's an on-page tool. So let me just open up. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Click the wrong button. So I click on restore. So this, because I haven't put a URL in here, okay? This tells us. So this is like your surfer, right? Tells you the average metrics. So the word count. Yes, I know the word count's less than what on page comes back at, okay? But straight away, the top one is a lot more than the average, right? H1s, obviously, you only need one H1, so somebody's messing up there. H2s, H3s, H4s, images, okay? Relevance score. entity density. Now the entity is, it's not just a keyword, it is how it's used in the content. So you think about your co-occurrence and how it's written in the content, and does it, then it triggers as an entity. So it is the keyword, but it needs to be written in a certain way. And the best way to do that, if you're unsure, and I do this all the time, is let's pretend that visit was yellow. Okay, so when you've got them in your content, it will show as green. If you've got it and it's not an entity, it will show as yellow. So pretend it was visit. You then go and find visit in your competitors and see how where they've got visit, what kind of sentence, what are they talking about, and make that, feed that into your article. These are the highly related words. Okay, this is, only on page does this. Then you've got your keyword variations, related keywords. You've got your category classifications. So this is what I wanted to show you. So let's pretend that your page was only a 70 for kitchen and dining. It tells you what words you need to include to get it up to a 99. Yep. And just doing this has gotten me from number 5 up to number 1. Doing nothing else, because it's got my confidence level up in terms of the category up higher. It's got some competitor analysis. Then it's also got some topics that you can cover for topically relevant, some basically an FAQ. This is all AI generated that will not pass the detection tool. All right, so this is just for ideas. So you can click on it, and it copies it to the clipboard. Same with these. All right, but here you can actually click on get answer, and it will get you the answer, but it will not pass the AI detection tool. So you'll have to just mess with it just a little bit. All right. Sometimes it does, but very rarely. That's not the reason for this tool, but it gives you all of this. All right. Surfer doesn't give you any of this. So this is a Surfer SEO tool. All right. First and foremost, it is an on-page tool for making your on-page content better. Then you've got your brief and outline, so you can put your keyword in and it will give you a brief and an outline that you can then send to a writer. Link relevancy. So these are your existing links, right? So if you've got a load of links, you can whack them in here and it'll come back and tell you. So you put your domain in and then you put your links, and it'll come back and it'll tell you whether the links that you've got are relevant from a topical and relevant and categorical level, whether they're relevant or not. And if they're not, and you're not ranking very well, do you know what you can do? You can get rid of the buggers. Okay. So we have actually seen this improve rankings. Content editor, you've already seen that. Stealth AI writer, I've already shown you that. Predictive link building. So this is when you're doing your actual research and you're going out there and you're finding potential link partners. You can stick them in here. Now, if it's at the domain level, so obviously, as you know, right, at the domain level, the most important, the best link you can get is from a high authority website that is in your niche. Right, that's the fucking best link you can get. All right, but if you can't get that, then it's links on pages that are relevant. So if you're doing some niche edits, all right, or you've got a guest post that you want to be on, or you want to use this to say, right, okay, my links, what are the categories of my own pages? And then that you want to go and find those type of pages or websites or content, build content for it, for the guest post, for that category. All right, so this can be used in a couple of different ways. Predictive guest post. This is whack your guest post in and put in your target URL. Does it match the target URL? If not, you can do some tweaks. Topical keywords and finding all of that kind of stuff. Really, really powerful and really important. AI detection. This is, you know, it's kind of in here. It's just free. You know, I say free. It's not free. You get, you know, you get credits, but it's in here already. So everybody pays for all these different tools for AI detection. This is already in here. So, you know, this is your Swiss Army knife of doing SEO related stuff. All right. So I can't stress enough how, you know, you guys, you know, I love you, but you 5 people all came back to me, and I know 5's not a great deal, but you know, if 5 people are coming back and saying something, they're going to be a lot more that are thinking it, saying that the articles are too long. All right. Hopefully this has answered that, and a few more things of why this is, you know, your Swiss Army knife of SEO, and it does a lot more than all the other tools. So if you've got rid of all your other tools, or added up what you pay for all your other tools on a monthly basis, and what this can do outside of it, including the actual content, including on page. So Surfer I used to pay, I don't know, it was $200-300 a month because of the number of credits and stuff that I needed. You know, the $400 plan on this gives you more than what Surfer does, gives you way more than what you know, what you can even put through originality. Originality, I think it's 30 cents for 3,000 words, something like that. And that mounts up. You know, when you've got 100 articles, that's $30, right? Or you can do it in here, and it's done. It's all done for free. I say free. It's in the package. Yeah. So that's that. Sorry, I'm rambling. I just wanted to make sure I covered everything that I covered in yesterday's video, and that's that. Any questions, please leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like this content, or a thumbs down if you didn't. All right. All the best. Cheers for now. Bye-bye.